Hey folks, this is Jenny from Jen's Horse Time. I wanted to do an update on Stella, let you guys know what's going on with her. Stella is my little paint lease, and she had an episode of lameness, which I thought might have been a laminitis episode, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I brought her in from the field with our daily routine, and she didn't want to come in. That was the first thing. She didn't want to come in, and she always comes in. When I whistle, she comes running, and she didn't come running one day. So I was very concerned. Sorry, I was scratching my foot. I was very concerned because she didn't come in, and she seemed like she was walking kind of ouchy. Now, she was due for a trim, and it had been really wet, a lot of green grass. I've been concerned about, her being on the grass because last spring she was on a dry lot in the spring. So I was concerned and I started thinking laminitis, so I called the vet and she thought, that sounded reasonable based on what I described. So I put her in a stall for a couple days, talked to the vet. They came out a week later after being on stall rest. And then I put her out with a grazing muzzle in a smaller herd just during the day. We took x-rays, we did blood work, and to determine what was really going on with her. Now, by the time the vet had come out, she was walking without any signs of lameness. She was a little lame at the trot, but again, we did all the blood work and we did x-rays, and so the results are in, and we found out that with the x-ray, we found out there was a little bit of rotation. So we had to determine whether rotation means that the bone, instead of going this way, kind of went this way a little bit. It kind of tilts a little bit, which means it's separated from the lamina, the hoof wall. Like if your fingernail is a hoof, and your nail bed is the lamina. When that pulls away, have you ever pulled your fingernail away from, and you know how that hurts so bad? Well, that's kind of what happens with laminitis. So we wanted to see what was going on. And I was concerned because laminitis can be fatal. I mean, if you can't walk, if the horses can't walk, you don't have a horse. That's all there is to it. So anyways, it wasn't all that bad. I maybe prematurely panicked, but better to be safe than sorry. So we didn't have to do shoes. We did some blood work. Turned out laminitis can happen because of, could be metabolic. In other words, she has like a diabetic thing. Or it could be like Cushing's, which is a pituitary gland kind of thing. It can happen because of cortisol levels, which is stress, changes in the weather, maybe being worked too hard on a hard surface. All those things can contribute to why this happened. So she turns out she has slightly elevated levels of the pituitary gland, so she is going to be on medication for Cushing's. The medication is called Percend. Pretty expensive, so this is where Jenny says, hey, subscribe, like, share. I have 380 subscribers today. We need thousands. Come on, just say subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. So anyway, so she's on Percend medication, half a tab a day, and I'll try to put a little, I did a little video on how I give that Percend medicine because it's really kind of unique in what it does. And so we have her on that. She's in a stall at night, but she's out during the day with a muzzle. So when her mama, like I said, she's a lease. So when her mama comes back from Europe, we're going to find out whether, I don't know, I guess I need to decide whether she's my horse or not. I've had her for almost 3 years. I've been paying all the vet bills. If she's not my horse and they're going to ever take her away from me, they should do it now. Maybe that's what I just kind of need to do. Oh, my heart would just break. But if she's my horse, I can make more decisions as far as maybe what I would do. So, but if she's not my horse, I don't have to, money went bad. Anyways, I think I want her to be my horse. So just don't want to be paying all these bills and then them take her away from me and say, you know what, we decided we're going to show her. I would just lose my mind. So, update on Stella for right now. She's not on rough board. Again, if she's my horse, I would put her back on rough board because she's doing so well with the changes that we've made. I rode her yesterday. She was amazing. I didn't even put trail boots on her. I do have trail boots to put on her if I do want to walk her on a hard surface for any reason. But I didn't have trail boots. We were in the indoor arena. The ground was nice and soft, and she was in a good mood. She was running and having a good time and she just seemed perfectly happy to want to move. So if she was my horse, I'd stick her back on rough board because I'd rather have a happy horse. The reason I don't have her on rough board right now, the reason I don't want to have to put a grazing muzzle on her 24/7. And I fear that if I put her on rough board, I might have to do that. But they have some other grazing muzzles, and there's other horses out there that have grazing muzzles on 24/7, while the grass is growing. What would I rather have? A grazing muzzle on or be stuck in a stall all night? I'm thinking the grazing muzzle. So anyways, I don't want to make any decisions about that since she's not my horse. But when her mom gets back from Europe, we're going to have a discussion and decide whether they're okay me putting her back out on rough board with the grazing muzzle. And if that's great, fine. If not, they need to either help pay for some of the bills because stalls cost more money and meds cost money and all those things. And if I'm not going to have 100% say in what happens to her, then I think I need to have some sort of compensation with the expensiveness that she's getting to be. I love her. I don't want anything. I don't want to lose her. I'm afraid to even ask the question and open the can of worms and fear that they'll say, "Nah, we'll just take her back," because my heart would break. But I guess if that has to happen, it's better that to happen sooner than later. I don't know how I got there, but so Stella's doing good, and I really miss having them both in the same field together and calling them in together and bringing them in together. It really has changed my daily routine considerably. It's added a lot more time to going out to see the horses, just because I can't do everything at the same time. But that's a whole different story. So I didn't really want to bore you guys with all that. Hi, just wanted to say hey. So comment would be nice. If there's something, if you want to see training videos, if you want me to show you start training stuff, I would be love to do that. But there's a lot of trainers out there that you're going to see that can probably explain things better than I can. If you just want cute horsey pictures, if you like me, you don't like me, say get your face out of the videos, I can do that too. So comment, let me know what's going on and how you feel about things. And if we get some subscribers on our channel, then maybe we can help cover that cost of medicines and supplements for horses. So thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, you're amazing. Have a good day, guys.